Good. Come on in.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have a seat. Okay. So I just want to let you know, before we get started, that anything you say in here is going to be confidential. The only reason that I would have to tell anybody is if you're going to harm yourself or if you're going to harm somebody else, so that we can get you appropriate help. But anything else that stays strictly between you and me, not your parents, not anybody else, it stays in here. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a wrestler. Number one. There's not really much to know. I mean, I like all sports. School's whatever. I work. Parents are kind of whatever. Foster parents or whatever.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your family.
I mean, my mom's alright. I actually work with her at Chuck E. Cheese, so I mean, she's my manager. And then my dad's just kind of like, I feel like he kind of like doesn't even pay attention to me, so I kind of like act out to try and get attention from him. But other than that, I don't have any siblings or anything, so.
So you're an only child?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your friends then.
Well, I mean, most of them are guys on the team, so we just like hang out, like play video games and do stuff like that. Other than that, besides practice and work, I don't really have any other friends.
Okay. So what kind of things do you like to do?
Wrestling, basically. I mean, I like to skateboard, draw, just stuff like that, I guess. Stuff that I don't get to always do.
Okay. How's wrestling going?
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm undefeated, so.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going good. There's a guy on the team that's pretty rough, but
Okay.
I've taken him down a couple times, so I'm good.
Good. All right. How's school going?
It's okay. My teachers are kind of whatever. I don't know. I feel like they don't like me.
Why don't you think so?
I don't understand me. Like, they understand that, I mean, I have other stuff to worry about, like wrestling. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, I'm going to be a professional wrestler, so I don't need to worry about anything else, like my schoolwork. I mean, I'm going to do it, but it's not going to be like grade A work like they want it.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your favorite subject?
Probably art.
Okay. Are your grades looking good?
In art, yeah. My grades looking good in art.
All right, good.
Other classes are, that's B, C average, some D's, but ain't art.
Very good. So you said you want to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what else you think you want to do with your life?
Nothing. That's all
Okay.
I thought about.
How about college? Any plans?
No, I mean, I want to get a wrestling scholarship, but since I'm only a junior, they haven't really offered a whole lot besides like a couple small schools. But I want to go to that level. But if someone comes and sees me that's professionally, they just can take me on up, then I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
So if college is what has to get me to a professional level, then I will. But if not, then I probably won't go.
Okay. All right. So you work at Chuck E. Cheese with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your job a little bit.
I work in the back most of the time, just making pizzas and taking them out. But I mean, sometimes I work with I go into the games and I have to fix them, so kind of like electrical sort of thing. But mainly it's just ticket jam or something. It's nothing big.
Okay. And you like it there?
It's money in my pocket, so.
And your coworkers are good?
Yeah, they're whatever. They're just they're rude sometimes. Like they don't understand that my mom's a manager, I have to do everything perfect or she gets on me. So they see me as a brown noser, but I'm not. I just have to do my work or I get it at home or I get it at work and at home.
Okay. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that, how you and your mom get along with being at work together and at home together.
At work it's like we headbutt a lot because I have to do everything so perfectly. But at home it's good. I mean, she busted me the other day for something stupid, but other than that, it's fine.
Okay. Would you say that your parents are generally supportive of you, or?
Yeah. Mom's pretty supportive. She just the whole work thing she has to get on me about. Dad, again, he just doesn't pay attention, I feel like, so I don't really have to do anything to impress him.
Okay. Okay, so I hear you have ADHD.
Yeah.
When were you diagnosed with that?
My first foster home took me to the doctor when I was like 8, and he diagnosed me and put me on medication and stuff like that. But then when I moved to this foster home like 2 years ago, they took me to a different doctor and he like reevaluated me, I guess. And he said that it's just something that I should be able to cope with. So now I'm off medication, so everything's kind of like going a little crazy for me. And even after like 2 years, it's still kind of like I want to be like everywhere all at one time. Yeah. So at work, especially, it's kind of like while I'm fixing machines, I want to be out there with the kids, just like going crazy. And so sometimes I might get caught, and my mom has to yell at me. So yeah.
Okay, so how was it? Is it hard for you to live with ADHD? Like, is that a label? Has it changed anything for you? Do you think?
I think so, because especially at school, like before, like in middle school, like my teachers would always be like, oh well, he just has ADHD, so I mean we can understand why he's kind of like not in tune, and so they would just like pass on subjects and expect me to be able to still learn them, and so now the teachers are kind of like, why don't you understand this and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, I mean, I can't directly focus on this one area because I'm like so distracted by everything else that's going on. Like someone could like open a door like 3 doors down in my class, and I would instantly have to look and like wonder what's going on.
Okay. So I also hear that you took $300 from your mom's pocketbook.
Yeah. That's what I got busted for.
What happened there?
I don't really know. I just kind of felt like I needed some money, so I just went and took it.
What do you need your money for?
I don't know, just do whatever. Like, I need new wrestling shoes and equipment, and like they supply our like spandex or whatever you want to call them, but they don't supply you with like your socks, your shoes, your like protective headgear and stuff like that. So I have to buy that myself, and I don't get a whole bunch of money from Chuck E. Cheese, so I work, the days that I don't have practice, so it's kind of.
So have you talked to your mom or your dad about these things that you need?
No, not really. I feel like I could just take it into my own hands.
And take the money
and take the money and run, basically.
So did you think what you were doing at the time was a good idea?
I thought it was awesome. Because it was like a adrenaline rush. Like, I'm like, okay, I gotta wait till she's away from her purse. I gotta wait till dad's away. And then sneak in.
Okay, so what happened when they found out? How did they find out?
Well, $300 is a lot of money. So, we were having dinner, and it was really quiet and awkward. I was like, didn't know what was going on, so I just brought up wrestling. So I was like, yeah, like I just like smashed this guy today in wrestling practice. And Dad was like, oh, well, that's really good, but your mom has something to talk about. Of course, Dad taking me down while I'm high up on the chains, And Mom was like, we actually found we have some missing money. And I was kind of like sad, and I was like, what? Like, who took your money? And she was like, well, the only one in the house besides us. And I was like, no, that ain't me. I didn't do that. And then the next day, they said they found it in my drawer in my room, so I got busted for it.
What was your punishment?
I was grounded, but not from practice or work. So I was basically school, practice, work, home, school, practice, work, home for 3 weeks.
Oh, so no social life, no fun with the wrestlers?
No, I didn't have my laptop or anything. The only thing I was allowed was my cell phone, but all the internet was cut off, so no social media.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So I also saw that you're on probation for 4 months. What is that for?
Well, with the stealing the money from my mom, I kind of needed the equipment a little faster than I could get the money, so stole it.
You stole the equipment too?
Yeah.
And the money. Okay. All right. So they put you on probation for 4 months, and what are your what are your standards now? What do you have to do?
Well, I can't go into the sporting goods store.
Okay.
So that's off limits.
I saw you have community service. What are you doing for that?
I'm actually volunteering at a church that's doing like these Saturdays for like giving like toys and stuff to needy kids in the community. And I do that on Saturdays, and then Sundays, like my parents let me go to church. So then after church, I stay after, and we have like a daycare, and so I do that too.
Okay, that's good. So you're involved in the community a little bit.
Yeah.
Do any of your friends do any of these things with you?
Not really. There's a couple of guys that go to my church, and there's a few of the girls, but other than that, I don't really see them besides practice and stuff where I've been grounded.
So your friends that go to church with you, do they wrestle with you too? Or?
Yeah,
okay.
Most of them.
Good. How about when you went to steal these things? Were you with other people? Or by yourself?
When I was stealing from my mom, nobody was with me because we were in the house. But the sporting goods store, no, you can't tell anybody because I didn't get in trouble. But I had John and Freddie with me, two of my best buds, and they like kind of like distracted the worker, you know. We thought that they didn't have like any like beepers or anything on their stuff, so we like had it all planned out. And then whenever I like went out the door, like all of it was like started going off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I
caught authority.
yeah. So like went out to the car, like tried to get it started, and it wouldn't start. And so then the worker like came out, like banged on the window, and I was like, I don't have any of your stuff. It's like hanging from my clothes, and he was like, it's right there. And so then my friends like took off running before they even knew that they were involved.
Oh, so you were the only one that was
I was the only one that was caught, yeah.
All right. So what does this have to do with your resistance to authority?
I don't know. I feel like people don't respect me, so I don't feel like I need to respect them any. So I'm not going to like be involved with anything that they're doing or asking me to do.
Okay. So that's why you don't listen to your parents or your teachers. But I think they do care about you, so I think you should maybe start to think about, you know, they're trying to help me with this, and try listening to them a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was good to get to know you this week.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you again next week. All right. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.